Hello, my name is Pam Neely, and I wanted to talk to you today about why you should be building an email list and why it should be your number one marketing priority and quite possibly your number one business priority. A lot of people seem kind of resistant to the idea of building a list. They feel like it's going to be a lot of work, and they wonder if they really have to do this whole email marketing thing. A lot of them really wonder if social media and search engine traffic aren't, plenty to do fine in their business. The answer is that actually, no, you don't have to build an email list. You don't have to do any email marketing at all. You should only build a list if you want a business that can't ever be taken away from you by Google or Facebook or anyone else. You should only build an email list if you want a business that generates steady, predictable profits to the tune of 4,300% ROI. ROI is return on investment for you newbies, and it basically means for every dollar you would put in, you would get $43 back. Finally, you should only build your email list if you want a proven way to communicate with your customers whenever and however you want. The other really important thing to know about building an email list is that you don't have to be a big company to need an email list. Actually, the smaller your company is, the more you're going to need it. All of these people and businesses and endeavors really hugely benefit from having email lists. Basically, if you need a group of people to support what you do, or you're in any kind of endeavor that requires a group of people to get stuff done, then email marketing is really something that you ought to be doing. So if you're not already sold on building your email list, I have 11 more reasons for you why building your list should be your number one priority. First thing, you could actually rebuild your entire business with just an email list. It has been done. If the unthinkable happened and you lost all your social media accounts, all your search engine rankings, and even your website, like if your whole internet presence got erased, you could actually rebuild your entire business with just an email list. And you could do that by immediately sending out a message to your customers or clients or followers to let them know what was going on. And then you could also send them some kind of an offer so you could immediately have the cash flow get started again. You could literally have your business underway and almost back to normal in about 1/10 of the time that it would have taken if you had no list. Number 2, this sounds a little bit like it refers to number 1, but actually there's something kind of deeper and more important here. And that's that you can communicate with your subscribers any way you want in email. If you've done any amount of advertising on Google or Facebook or anywhere else, you probably have found out that we have what is basically the advertising police. And that's cool and good and right because those companies need to protect their customers from some of the shady advertisers out there. But unfortunately, it also means that if you have any kind of approach that's not suitable for the general audience, or you have content that's not suitable for the general audience, it means your message is going to get clipped if it ever shows at all. So, if your personality style is just really, in your face, really brash, then email marketing is awesome because there's no one telling you what you can or cannot say. All you have to do is make your subscribers happy. So as long as they don't start rebelling, you can do whatever you want in your email list. That's something that just isn't possible through social media or even search. The other thing to always remember is that you don't own your social media accounts. They are built on rented land. I continually press this point home, frankly, because the social media platforms are just geniuses at getting us to forget that we don't actually own our social media accounts. Number 3, email marketing is the most affordable way to communicate with your audience probably ever. Here's an example. If you get an AWeber account for $30 a month, they'll let you send unlimited email messages up to 5,000 people. Let's say you mail once a week. That means you're going to be sending about 20,000 messages out in the month for only $30. That works out to a bit more than 1/10 of a penny per message. Now remember that you can customize all those messages. You can personalize them. The ability to communicate like this is just unprecedented in advertising, and it's really fantastic for small businesses that, haven't quite hit the Fortune 500 and need to be super careful with their marketing budgets. Number 4, people actually want to get commercial messages in their inbox, and people will buy from those messages. There's a lot of stats available about this, but here's just one from Exact Target. I like it a lot. It's that 80% of the people they surveyed preferred to get commercial messages through their email inbox, and that was opposed in social media, TV, or anywhere else. So I don't want you guys to feel any shame about sending people a prompt to buy something through an email. It is completely appropriate, it is expected, and they do well. Number 5, sending email messages is about as easy and affordable and quick as you could imagine. Pretty much any email service provider you work with is going to have hundreds of pre-designed templates to choose from. And that means all you have to do is just write some copy, drop in a couple of images, hook up the links, and you're good to go. Frankly, most third graders could probably be sending email messages. And I want you to compare the simplicity and the affordability of all that to, say, what it would take to do a direct mail campaign or even a pay-per-click campaign, much less, like a TV commercial. The technical bar is so low and the affordability is so excellent compared to all the alternatives. This is really big. Email is one of the best ways ever to build trust. It will take a couple emails, but as you send those useful, engaging, friendly email messages to your list, they will start to trust you more and more. And online, trust is everything. Without trust, people won't respond to even the most amazing offer ever. Unfortunately, they have pretty good reason to be pretty jumpy about anything that comes over the internet. Online, if you want to make sales, you've got to have the trust. Trust is almost as good as money. Number 7, if you like analytics and you really just need to know what's working, what isn't working, where the money is coming from, email is going to be your best friend. We can track not only each click in each email, but we can track each click across a series of emails down to one subscriber. And so we can know what type of articles they like, anything. It's really fantastic. And here's the important thing too, is that email messages can be tested. They can be segmented. They can be personalized. Number 8, your list can generate enormous amounts of money within a couple of hours. Most email messages will generate the bulk of their results within about the first 1 to 3, maybe 6 hours after you've sent them. And I don't recommend you do this every day, but once in a while you can send out an email, with any offer you want and have people buy something immediately. So if you need cash in an afternoon, that's possible. Number 9, email has the highest return on investment of any marketing technique. Again, I'm sorry, it's my favorite statistic, 4,300% ROI. Really? Do I need to say any more? Here, I should give you at least one other stat. I will say a little bit more. This shows the difference between customer acquisition effectiveness across 4 different channels, or search, email, Facebook, and Twitter. Email does 40 times better than Facebook and Twitter. Take note of the date too. This was before the Facebook read collapsed. Search absolutely does beat out email, but we do have to remember that we don't control search at any level that we control email. Number 10, you can drive traffic to any page you want. At first it sounds kind of obvious, but actually there's a phenomenon going on here that's very cool. And what you'll find is that as your list grows, you will see more and more of the traffic to your website actually coming from your email subscribers. As your list continues to grow, you will eventually hit a very sweet spot where enough of your traffic is coming from your email subscribers and the referrals they're sending that you can run your business without the rest of the internet. Email can actually bring you to the point where your business is completely sustainable. Number 11, your list is an asset. It can be sold. For some people, this is really the whole reason why they build email lists and why email is so powerful in the first place. When the financial people come in to value a direct marketing or an internet company that's for sale, they don't necessarily look at the warehouses or the inventory or even the website. Often those things are kind of incidental and may even just get liquidated. What they really look at is the list. And this is where we get the phrase that the money is in the list. It's because direct marketing companies or internet companies are valued according to their lists. I have sold a couple different businesses online, and I did okay when I sold the businesses without a list, but honestly, for all the work that I put into it, it was pretty disappointing. It was when I had a company that had a list that I did really pretty darn well. It's no exaggeration to say that if you build a list, when the time comes to sell the company, to retire, whatever your reason is for getting out, that you will add a 0 to the sale price if you have a really good, responsive, well-kept list. So why would you want to build an email list? Well, because you want results for all the work you put in. You want something to show for all this effort that you're going to put in. And so I would encourage you to get these kind of results for your site. Why don't you come to my site, pamneely.com, and I will show you how easy it is to build an email list. Take care. Have fun. Bye.